Hi, I am Topon Chakraborty. Welcome to my channel Fly with Topon. Here I discuss aviation and space related topics. If you are interested to know about this world, then please subscribe now and hit the bell icon. Every Tuesday I upload an interesting video. Today I will be discussing air-to-air refueling. It is to refuel one aircraft from another aircraft while both the aircraft are in air. Straight away a question may appear in our mind. What is the necessity to carry out such a risky and complicated operation in air once refueling can be very easily done on ground? Here is the answer. Mostly it is done on military aircraft such as fighter, bomber, interceptor, etc. These aircraft are comparatively small, so fuel capacity is also less when you compare with big passenger aircraft. When these aircraft need to fly a long distance, they have to land somewhere in between to refuel. Though it looks very easy, but practically it is not so. It requires trained ground crew to receive, refuel, carry out some mandatory servicing in between flights and then see off the aircraft. Besides this, some ground equipment and test equipment also require. But air-to-air refueling can solve the problem easily. For example, when India received Refuel aircraft from France, they were air refuel in between. In one word, air-to-air refueling enhanced the operational range of military aircraft. During war, when bombs are loaded in a bomber aircraft, the total weight of bomb and fuel may exceed the total payload of aircraft. That means aircraft cannot take off with all these loads. The easy solution is load all the bombs, put minimum fuel for takeoff, and after takeoff refuel the bomber in air. The same principle is also being used in cargo aircraft. When during war a bomber comes back from mission without delivering the armament stored due to some reason, that aircraft can be air refueled and again can be sent back for mission immediately. Saving a lot of time during war is priceless. There are endless useful applications of air-to-air refueling in the field of aviation. Air-to-air refueling mainly of two types, drogue and probe system and flying boom system. The aircraft which receives the fuel known as receiver and the aircraft which carries the fuel known as tanker. This is the probe of receiver aircraft situated in the nose fuselage. This is body or refueling pod. Inside the body there is a motor operated drum which rolls in a long flexible refueling hose and keep it inside. To start the air-to-air refueling, the first tanker will unwind the hose from the drum. It has a conical shape attachment at the end known as drogue. Due to high airstream acting on hose, it will remain somewhat horizontal. Now the receiver aircraft will approach from below and behind the tanker. It is the responsibility of receiver pilot to enter its probe into drogue. The conical shape of drogue helps the probe to align and enter in the drogue. Now the receiver aircraft has to push the hose towards the tanker for a few feet, and the hose drum will wind the extra length of the hose. After this, the fuel pump in the tanker will pump the fuel and refueling will start. During refueling, if distance between the tanker and receiver increases or decreases, the motor operated hose drum will extend or retract the hose to adjust this inaccuracy. Here is a weak point in the probe, allowing the tip to shear off in case undue force applied on it. This is to avoid any damage to aircraft. After transferring the fuel, the disengagement of drogue and probe will be done by tanker pilot. Then both the aircraft will break the formation and fly away from each other. In this system, the fuel transfer rate is comparatively low due to long flexible hose. There comes the flying boom system. It can transfer fuel at a much faster rate. It has a telescopic boom situated at the rear of the tanker, which can be extend or retract. The base of it have a gimbal mounting, so it can freely move all around. A boom operator sits at the rear of the tanker watching and controlling the boom's alignment. There are small control surfaces in the boom which can be operated by boom operator with the help of a control stick. With the help of high airflow and movement of these control surfaces, the boom controller aligns the tip of the boom with the receiver aircraft's refueling point. Now the rest of the procedure is same as probe and drogue system. If you feel the information I shared with you is interesting and valuable, then please consider subscribing to my channel.